Hi folks, it is Bob. Welcome to my backyard. Have the deck chairs out of the way and the table. We really like our deck because the trees are very close. Mostly they're high pine trees up here in Cedar Hill. And in the heat of the summer, it does provide us a cool place to be. There's the grill where we cook out, tool shed in the back. And it's a big lot with a smallish yard, but it's very lush back here and it's very relaxing. Even in this fall when the leaves are changing, the colors are very nice. And even in the more moderate days of the winter, it's a good place to sit. I often come out of here to have coffee first thing in the morning, and I've even done a couple of periscopes from out here. So I like this place. One problem with this place is it doesn't get any direct sun. Now you see over there near the shed and those crepe myrtles, it gets a full sun, and over here does as well in some areas, but it's a bit more shaded. But the problem that this causes to is brings us to is that there's an opportunity for mold here, and here on the casement for our bay window, you can see where the mold is, and that's a problem. So today, the Saturday project for Dr. Bob is to make a run at cleaning that mold off. And I'll tell you what I'm going to try to use here. I'm going to try to use this product called Home Armor Easy House Wash. It's a bleach-based product, particularly for mold. And the spigot here just calls for you to attach your hose here at this end. And there are three settings where you can apply the product on the house, and then there's a setting where you can rinse as well. So I'm not going to be able to film while I'm doing this, but I want to do a little before and after video, and I'll let you all know what I think about this, and hopefully my great space here will look better when we get done. Jackie's done a lot of planting here. He's got a lot of plants out, some impatiens, some sweet potato plants, some marigolds and the like, and the coleus here is just going bananas. So we want to make the whole place look nice. So stand by. We'll see how this goes. Okay, one more thing before I get started. The directions on the container were a great reminder. I probably would have thought of it myself, but always great to have a reminder. Is to water and rinse the plants nearby before. And I did all that. I'm going to water all of the plants here because there's a bleach component to this product. It could be harmful to that. So I'm going to water all these plants, make sure they get wet, and then when we're done, I'm going to water and rinse them again to make sure the whole process doesn't hurt them. Okay, that's my last starting tip, and let's see how this. Okay, we're done. Let's have a look here. If you do a little comparison, you can see that all the moldy areas, all the dark areas are gone, and it looks very clean. I followed the directions on the container, started from the bottom, went to the top, and let it set about 5 or 10 minutes. And then I did a second application, which was not in the directions, but I did that. And I used about half that bottle. So here are my comments. Generally, it looks great. Now, I did apply a little elbow grease. I went out and got a car washing mop. And that's a very soft mop with no fixtures on the bottom, so it'll scratch everything. And I used that on the side too, and the mold came off very easily. As you can see there, as you can see right at the joint at the top, there's still a black spot up there. And right there, there's a little bit in that corner. And what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to let you all wait for this, and I'm going to get on the ladder just with a little rag, and that'll wipe right off. So I just wanted to show you what the results were before I did any of that work. I don't mind the little extra elbow grease that none of us should because it gets it all clean. So, what do I think of the process here? I would give this a B, which is a good grade. All my students in the classroom say that I'm much too hard a grader. I don't think it deserves an A because the rinse, the application, did not get that stuff out of the corners up there. I don't mind the fact that I had to use a mop, and I think any of us that are clean by nature, try to keep their places clean, mind putting in a little elbow grease. But I just gave it a B, And I'll put a link up to it in the description. And after I do the production work here, I'll put a link on the film as well. So please give it a shot. Here's the deal. I had this problem because this bay window in this area of the house never gets direct sun because it is a northern exposure and all these trees here. And I live in Richmond, Virginia. If I walk you around to the front of the house one day when I do something, I'll show you. We get blaring direct sun all day long. All right, folks, thanks for listening. That's the Saturday Chore. We'll see you next time.